Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Chairman, members of the board and fellow shareholders. Fortunately, once again, I feel compelled to raise a number of issues at CRH's AGM this year, 2014. With non-executives asleep at the wheel, this grievous dark side that I spoke to earlier about CRH continues to flourish. There are criminal price-fixing cartels, there is criminal market sharing, there is market manipulation, and the corporate evictions continue. There have been some horrendous evictions. For example, CRH Quarries in Galway, Matt Callaghan in Trim, Stoneford Quarries in Duleek, and more recently, Hudson Brothers has been struggling to survive in the marketplace and claims that it too is the subject of an eviction policy by CRH. You also claimed that I had failed to substantiate any of my allegations. Of course, this is completely untrue. My allegations in regard to destroying evidence in Poland were proved true, and CRH had a fine of 530,000. My claim that CRH would be fined in Poland for operating a price-fixing cement cartel, that was proved true. CRH were fined 26 million. Many other of my allegations were upheld by the European Court of Justice back in the late 90s. For example, interference with banks, actions by associations, boycotting of competitors. There's a whole array of them, but I bet none of the non-executive directors have ever read the European Commission's decision of 1994 and the subsequent court decisions, the European Court of First Instance and the European Court of Justice. And you've got to face up to this. And I'm speaking to the non-executives. In relation to the last cartel fine, well, it's not the last cartel fine that CRH were involved in, but the European cartel fine. On its own admission, CRH was the initiator of the European cement cartel. A note which was confiscated from CRH during a dawn raid by the European Commission stated, as Ireland was the country that started these discussions, i.e. the cement cartel, Ireland had a duty to request that they be continued as they had been extremely useful in calming the situation in Ireland. I mean, I didn't make that up. That's a fact. You've got to come and you've got to face the music. On April 13, 2011, two Gardaí from the Competition Authority told Mr. Peter and Mr. Tom Good that there isn't a hope of the Competition Authority investigating this behaviour, that's the cement and concrete cartel, because of who you're up against and what's at stake. Now I ask you, is that any way for our country to go forward? I thought, and we all thought when we got a new government, that we were going to have a new culture, a new politics. But the non-execs are still hiding. There's clear, I'm going to finish now, I'm on my last one. There is very clear evidence that the Taoiseach Kenny and Ministers Bruton, Shatter and Perry are protecting an epidemic of white-collar criminality. CRH cannot indefinitely rely on phony Irish regulators, political protection and media capture for continuing immunity. It must, sooner or later, bite the bullet and commence a programme of redress.